Greetings and welcome to Prime Directive. I'm your host Jefficho, and my co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
So, episode 10, season finale. I guess it makes sense why people were dying in the last one.
Yeah.
Because this episode kind of never happened.
That's true. I think probably the only reason this was the finale is because it's dealing with, Pike's particular story and his choices and being locked into the future there.
Oh, it would have been weird to have this episode and then the last episode. So
even though the last one had, sort of a lot more finale-type plot lines with the killing major characters and such.
Thought we weren't going to talk about that.
But we did, but we did get to see our friend the Tongs again.
Yeah.
He didn't clack them or anything, but they were there.
They were there. Yeah, this episode had a lot to do with balance of power from TOS.
Yeah. Do you guys like balance of terror from TOS?
Balance of power, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I there were some things that really disappointed me, like the Romulan commander was not Spock's dad.
I should have done that.
I honestly,
nothing against the guy that ended up doing it.
Yeah. I mean, he did that first. And then they're just like, fuck, you're so good. You should play Spock's dad too.
Yeah.
Do I have to wear different? No, same makeup.
Same thing.
But they told us she just got the actor that plays the new Spock's dad to do it.
Absolutely. There was no reason not to.
This guy delivered some lines and I was like, you sound like Flux.
Yeah. It was sort of interesting seeing, the characters being portrayed slightly differently.
Yeah.
Spock was a little more serious and a little more Nimoy, and Uhura was a bit more, put together, confident, calm.
Has this show changed me then? Because I was kind of missing Strange New World Spock. I was just like, why is he so serious?
Because these are his lines from the original. I'm just gonna say them.
Yeah, I think I'll just chalk it up to Leonard Nimoy having a different sort of charisma than this one. So maybe this guy can't play the Leonard Nimoy Spock as crisp.
And maybe no one should be trying to.
Yeah, only one person should mimic the originals, and that's Carl Urban.
There you go. Yeah, Carl Urban does as Carl Urban pleases.
We take you and you both want to get married. So
All decks red alert.
thank God.
You get the whole speech from Balance of Terror, which is really weird because it was way in advance because they haven't even jumped into the episode yet. And then Pike meets Pike because they're at this mining base, and he also meets one of the kids.
Yeah.
That's gonna die.
Yeah.
Only 2 kids apparently are gonna die. Maybe a few others get wounded, but 2 kids? Really? We're gonna kill one of the best Starfleet captains who cooks, has tongs, great hair for 2 kids.
For 2 kids.
Doesn't seem right.
Apparently we are. That's what we thought. But we're gonna learn our lesson today.
Yeah. Every time you change the future, Spock dies. Well,
It's
guess
really
what?
weird.
Spock dies no matter what, pal. You just bring him back.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, what did Pike do to cause Star Trek 2?
Yeah.
That's canon now. Star Trek 2, Spock dying is Pike's fault somehow.
Yeah, somehow the series doesn't have to go on and explain it.
Yeah.
I believe I may owe you a debt of gratitude, Captain. Although for precisely what, I do not know.
Spock, you are very important to me.
As are you to me, Captain.
Maybe gave some bad advice to his girlfriend, who knows. So yeah, he's gonna write a letter to the kid and then all the other kids, and it's just hey, don't show up here.
Yeah, just don't go to school tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're all right. Don't go to school tomorrow.
You don't do that? I'll be fine, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then right away, future Pike with a Wrath of Khan outfit. I like the sleeves were a little different. I love the details of the pants because I was like, oh, you got the stripes. It's awesome. I also love Pike's room.
Yeah.
It's got a fire and a lot of booze.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you do in there.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And I like how we get Captain Pike's core memory of Cernaze a lot. It's I can't tell anyone about my trauma because it has a silly name.
Your first pony was named Cernaze a lot. He broke his leg in a rainstorm. Your parents had to put him down and you cried for a week. You ever tell anybody that? It's hard when your tragic backstory starts with a silly name.
Sent by the monks because they're just like, hey, you're changing shit, and we will kill him.
Yeah.
So, well, how about I just give him a time crystal? He's like me, he'll understand.
Yeah, he is me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like me. Yeah, so he gives him the time crystal, and he jumps into the Balance of Terror episode, and we get, it's like, people were complaining online that this was a retread or just a copy of Balance of Terror, but like...
It absolutely was not.
It had like Pike inserted into it with all this new shit to deal with. And yeah, there were a lot of reused lines. I didn't like Ortega in this episode because she was playing Lieutenant Stiles, but she like didn't have the grandparents that died from the Romulans.
Yeah.
But she was still really bigoted towards Romulans.
She was just kind of being a dick for no reason. I felt like that was sort of unfair to her character.
Yeah.
Like we've seen her be fairly aggressive and brash before, but I didn't think that really played.
It was like the fantasy episode where it's like, you're gonna play this character. She had to play a different character in this, and it didn't quite make sense.
Yeah, it wasn't quite her character.
Even if we ignore the pointy-eared elephant in the room, we have another problem to worry about. We're going to lose our prey.
The Romulans are on a bearing to return to the neutral zone in an hour.
I don't think we can wait. We have to make a choice here.
Although we have established that everyone's a little different. Like your girlfriend got a little huggy.
Yay. Hey, it's because after years of our relationship, she warmed up.
There you go.
Yeah. Hold on. First officer of the Farragut. I like seeing the Farragut, though. No, I didn't like seeing the Farragut. That's such an ugly ship. But I just like hearing its name because that's the ship that picked up Picard in Generations. To the beam up.
Out of Farragut. To the beam up.
We didn't get Bones, which I was like, oh, we're gonna get Bones. I don't know why.
We got Scotty.
We did hear Scotty.
Not a particularly good Scottish accent on Scotty. There was a couple things in this episode.
Somebody's just like, oh, just get Hammer to call. No, we've killed him off at this point.
Yeah.
Can anybody do a Scottish accent?
Someone's gonna tell me that was Bruce Horak doing a bad Scottish accent.
Yeah.
I'm going to believe them.
You know what? If you take Hammer out of the makeup and you have him play Scottish Scotty, I'm down.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Let's just do that. So yeah, the Scotty accent was kind of bad, and that explosion at the start where the guy just sort of spins away. That looked dumb. That was dumb.
That was very accurate because I just was watching Balance of Terror and that scene was there. And he's like looking at the fire. He's like, "Look what they've done to my research place."
Yeah.
And then it's just like, boom, and then CGI in this, in many parts, was weird looking. Like the Romulan ship flight off later, I'm just like, that looks like out of a video game. But even the intro, like, you know, again, we let it pass because the show's cool. But even the intros has some weird CGI. So I don't know. Maybe
I thought the intro was pretty good.
Maybe they'll fix it up or not, but I don't know.
Maybe I wasn't paying complete attention or something.
I can go back to our first episode and be like, no, Chris, you slightly agreed with me here, but we both gave it a pass because we didn't give a shit about the intro.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like the theme, the opening? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I remember that.
So there are times I think the CGI just that's good enough. Go ahead, guys. Episode done.
It's not necessarily what we're here for.
No.
Yeah, just has to be good enough.
Exactly. But yeah, few very noticeable times in this one. So we see Kirk. He's on the Farragut. He's the captain.
And you were so worried about Kirk.
Hey, shut up.
They used him perfectly well. It was an alternate future. We just had Kirk come in.
There are positives and negatives. The positive, jumping all the way to the end of the episode, is Pike's looking at his profile after spending the whole episode with him, and I'm just like, you know what? That would make sense that he would pick Kirk to be his protege or the guy that takes over after. So that I like. the actor that played him, I didn't get Kirk vibes at all.
Neither. I didn't get Kirk vibes, and I didn't get Shatner vibes either.
You know, like there were other people that played Kirk that gave me better Kirk vibes, like Christopher Pine and animated Kirk. I mean, he looked and sounded just like Shatner.
Wow.
Mr. Scott, start repairs. Install the auxiliary controls.
Aye, Captain.
I'm all right, Captain.
What are we dealing with, Spock?
High-ranked probabilities, Captain.
But yeah, I think Chris Pine ended up doing a pretty good job of giving me a Kirk without the Shatner in it. Yeah, like it was his own take on the character, and I wasn't really feeling Kirk today.
No,
I didn't get that.
I think they did some good things with because. Well, he was already in the script and Balance of Terror of what he does. So, when he was bringing up his ideas and his way of commanding, we were getting that. But it was also going against Pike's way of commanding throughout this, which caused more difficulties.
I think Pike was being a lot more cautious than he normally would have, just because of he knew what the stakes were.
Well, yeah, when somebody says oh yeah, you really up and it destroys the future and all this, but we're gonna let you go back and check it out and just be like, here you go, and be like, okay, what did I do? I'm gonna be extra cautious here. It makes sense.
Yeah.
He was going the diplomacy route, and even Sam's having a talk with Pike, and he's just like, oh yeah, my brother, he's a wild card. He's like a whole deck of wild cards. It's crazy. So we should be worried about him. I love that he would ask that about a captain.
No, he just does shit and it always works. Don't worry about it.
No, he's a great captain, but reckless. I just love how he shit talks him, but he still compliments him.
Yeah.
No, he'll save our lives, except if you're on a planet and.
What color are you wearing? No, you're good. You're good.
He won't save his brother's life.
Yeah.
He does look after his kids.
Mm-hmm. Look, I'm not gonna say that Jim isn't a pain in the ass. He is. He's a huge pain in the ass. But the truth is, he's as fine a captain as Starfleet has.
Lieutenant Uhura, I don't know if I already said that. First Officer Spock, no Una. She gets arrested for being a genetic freak at the end.
Yes, she does.
By the girlfriend, by Pike's girlfriend.
And this was very lower decks. We're ending this season with someone being dragged off and arrested. And I never know when to say that's a coincidence or when it's planned with Lower Decks, because I know they all talk to each other about what their plans are for the series.
Yeah.
So I know Lower Decks just takes notes and spoofs things before they happen.
Yeah. This was the highlight for me, other than seeing the first officer of the Farragut.
Clear the pads, there's one more group behind us.
Oh, my, glad to see you.
I didn't know you were a hugger.
Have you forgotten?
Of course I haven't.
This was the highlight for me, because Pike grabbed that red shirt's armrest and he was gonna break that.
Yeah.
And it's just because he didn't, he just went about his business and continued to arrest her.
Yeah, Pike can just do that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. I was just thinking I can break this. I can kill you. You're just a red shirt. I've got 100 red shirts.
Yeah. Who are you?
You're very replaceable. You know that, right?
No.
She's an Illyrian, Chris.
I don't care what she is.
I don't like it either, but I have orders. Captain.
Why was Kyle didn't have a beard? He hasn't aged a day? Come on, it's been 5 to 7 years.
Because he's the transporter chief and he just stays there.
Are you telling me Kyle has a pattern in the buffer that he just rejuvenates himself?
No,
Pulaski style?
I'm telling you,
Pulaski himself?
I'm telling you, all transporter chiefs are the same, and they just stand there, and nothing ever changes.
No, I'm just kind of curious. If you were a transporter chief and spent your whole career as a transporter chief, would you Pulaski yourself?
I guess you might as well.
Yeah.
You would just have a script running, and you'd just chill in the buffer until it needed you, because then you wouldn't have to experience 90% of your workday. It would be fine.
Pike goes down to the transporter room and is like, where's Kyle? Oh, he's in the buffer. Who put him there? He's the guy that does that.
Yeah, it would be... wow, I'm actually loving this now. Yeah, assume you're a transporter chief, and you're just 90% of your day is just sitting there doing nothing, because you're the transporter chief.
No, yelling at ensigns, remember?
Yeah, and yelling at ensigns. So as soon as a call comes in, you just, you get beamed out of the transporter, and then you do your thing, and then you go back in. And after several years of this, you've like gained an extra year of life, and you're like just rocking through your workday. Like you've gained extra years of life, and it's all leisure time.
Are we sure he's not an EMH?
Yeah.
Please state the nature of this transportation.
Yeah. Okay, this is great.
You're beaming through an ion storm. We should not do that.
I regret that we meet in this way. You and I are of a kind. In a different reality, I could have called you friend.
What purpose will it serve to die?
We are creatures of duty, you and I. One more duty to perform.
The Romulan commander, I liked the bits with him and his sub-commander. It was also very Balance of Terror, but...
Yeah, because like he was like, we're going radar silent, and the guy sent off the communique, and he's like, screw you, get off my bridge. And one of his guys in the original was just like, hey, like he's pretty powerful. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like my word is like final here. Like,
yeah, I like the idea. I like the idea of him being just an old grizzled commander. He's like, I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
But the difference with this episode was the communique was received, an entire Romulan fleet with the Praetor showed up.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a little odd. It's just like, we're gonna send this ship out to test the capabilities of the Federation. That's its mission. The mission's not even nearly over, and it's been detected, and so like kind of a failed mission, I guess, from their point of view.
Well, that's why it got blown up.
Yeah, and so yeah, one ship's just like, oh, we're not gonna blow you up right away. They're weak. Let's go to war.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it did. If they were actually a scouting mission, it seems kind of weird. They have the entire invasion fleet just chilling there already.
And they're just like, oh, like surrender, but we're on our side of the neutral zone. You're on your side. But yeah, but you know, you're an act of aggression. When Kirk brings those little like mining ships.
Yeah, it's all projection. Like she's just going to accuse him of whatever, so they have a flimsy reason to go to war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to accept your surrender.
This is really how you want to end 100 years of peace?
What do Romulans care of peace? It means nothing to us.
Like that, the whole, like, they don't know what our ships look like, so he just brings all these.
That was a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to see Kirk's bluff. We got to see, like, that's some of the good stuff with the Kirk was, like, we got to see his style of command versus
it was
Pike's style of
command. It was
command.
like his proto-Corbomite kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, later they could just be like, broadcast on this station. But they have it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Balance of Terror, not my favorite Romulan episode from TOS.
Really?
I prefer the one with the female sub-commander. I think you knew that.
I think I could have guessed.
Yeah. Final thoughts, me here, Chris.
Final thoughts. I did quite like this episode. I wish I knew this was Balance of Terror going into it, so I could have rewatched it first.
If only somebody had that on TV when you showed up.
Yes, I did see 5 minutes of Balance of Terror. Thank you, Jeff. I think I enjoyed the last episode more.
Yeah.
Not that like anything that's happened this season has been bad or anything.
Well, if you enjoyed the last episode, what are you doing Saturday night? We could watch Alien, we could watch Predator, we could watch Terminator.
We could watch both at the same time. 2 different TVs.
Yeah.
There you go. This was good time. Goddamn, hit me with that season 2. Hit me with that season 2 as soon as you can. Please.
He's putting the drones between us and the Romulans.
I will say that this episode, because I always make these canon jokes, but like in all seriousness, my biggest canon complaint in this is probably bigger than any other one that I've had with Discovery or any of the other things. And Discovery, holograms on the ship. Come on. There was a Romulan with a mustache, Chris. A Romulan with a mustache. Tell me where you've ever seen a Romulan with a mustache.
Oh, yeah, they've all been clean shaven, haven't they?
Yep.
It's a fake Romulan.
That's a canon flag that I get back because it's fair.
Well, this is an alternate timeline, though, right?
Oh, fuck you and your technicality.
Alternate timelines can have all kinds of funky facial hair.
Yeah.
This is established.
Yeah.
His commander, however, was a fool. He forced him to fight after we'd lost weapons, and the only logical choice was retreat. He did not have to die.
Sir?
Where do we go from here? Do we get Scotty next season? A lot of people are just like, oh yeah, this was like the best first season of Star Trek in forever.
Since the original series, at least.
I'm gonna say no. Because those were 24 episode seasons. I got DS9, TNG, Enterprise, all of them gave me 24 episodes. This is 10 episodes.
If you pick the best 8 episodes from previous season 1s, then yes, I think you definitely get some shows that beat this.
Well, think about it though. Like, you're really stretching it when you're making 24 episodes. So yeah, there's gonna be some crap.
Mm-hmm.
But when you come out the gate with something as strong as Naked Time, come on, Chris.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, this has been a phenomenal season 1. This has renewed my faith in there being, this and Lower Decks has renewed my faith in there being Trek. Good, new Trek out there.
Yeah,
there's still lots of stuff for the franchise to do.
I was hurting with this discovery. Picard really drove a nail into my heart, though. I've heard amazing things about season 3 already, of how it is a true sequel to TNG.
I am Charlie Brown with the football, and they are going to keep telling me that it's like, no, it's more like regular Trek, and you're going to love it, and I'm just going to keep
believing them. They didn't say shit about that for season 2. They're just like, hey, we're cutting our budget and going to 23rd century or something. Like, I'm pretty hopeful. Well, we're getting the whole cast back, and
Is Worf going to look like regular Worf?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They're not going to Worf up.
No. Oh, man.
What, you want to have a prune head?
I have no idea, but we're gonna
prune head while drinking prune juice.
The first time we see Worf in that new show, that's all we're gonna talk about. We're gonna have like 20 minutes of talking about how Worf looks normal and being happy about it.
Yeah.
Or how they made him do stupid Discovery makeup and just raging.
If it is a good season of Picard, I will still hold it to did I see the Titan or not. Coming back to Pike, I think his hair is getting longer. Each episode, the flip's just like higher. But yeah, great season. A lot of fun. Gonna recommend this to a lot of people and force friends to watch it. So
excellent.
As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I guess see you at the Orville.